hearing, let's bring in Gordian Group president and golf journalist Peter Kaufman and host of Barstool's Foreplay golf podcast, Sam Bozian, better known as Riggs. Riggs, I'm going to start with you. Who's going to be there tomorrow? I haven't even heard of Ron Price. No offense to Ron
unfortunate.
Price.
It's unfortunate, no offense taken, I imagine, but it is unfortunate that we're not going to get the main event that we were all obviously hoping for. I assume that will be coming down the road. We're going to get Ron Price. We're going to get Jimmy Dunn. They were instrumental in architecting this entire thing. No, we're not going to get Yasser Al-Rumayyan. We're not going to get Greg Norman. We're not going to get Jay Monahan. But if you really look at the way things unfolded, that's quite understandable. This is incredibly early. When they announced this a month ago and shocked the world, there were not many details whatsoever. There won't be a ton of details yet. They've put out a 5-page memo or so where they've talked about some of the details. But either way, popcorn is ready. This is exciting for us. This was last time I was on, and thank you for having me again. Last time I was on, we spoke a lot about hypocrisy. That was the word of the day. Now, finally, the PGA Tour and these guys representing the PGA Tour are going to have to answer for some of that hypocrisy, and we'll see what happens.
Peter, I love having you on because you got a very unique perspective, because in your real life, you are a distressed deal banker. You also love golf, and you write about it. Is this a kind of distressed deal? I mean, if you were advising the PGA, and maybe you are, what do you say tomorrow?
Well, you got to go back. This is a distressed, hostile takeover. There's no two ways about it. The gloss that Ron Price is trying to put on it and that Jimmy Dunn will try and put on it is specious at best, because the PGA leadership was asleep at the switch for the past 2 years. They never were going to be able to beat back all the money that the Saudis have. I think one of the real issues here, Brian, is the players need a seat at the table, because I don't think the PGA Tour has their confidence anymore. They shouldn't. They sold them down the river for the Saudi money because they couldn't fight anymore. But they should have known they couldn't have fought a year ago. As Riggs said, put it a different way, this deal is a quarter baked at best. There is no deal. There was simply a surrender. Yeah. Litigation's halted for now. It's not just the devil's in the details. There are no details.
Peter, in your mind, sorry to interrupt, running out of time. In your mind, is it possible the deal does not happen?
Yeah, I think it is possible. I think tomorrow you're going to hear the Senator Blumenthal ask about alternatives. If I were advising the players, I'd be all about alternatives. Other private equity funds coming in, maybe even taking the tour public. The geopolitical, commercial, financial, and sports issues are huge and interesting here, and I think deserve a lot of exploration. So yes, I think that it is quite possible the deal does not happen.
You know, Riggs, it was actually golf on 2 channels at once this weekend, and I stumbled across it. And there was the PGA Tour and there was the LIV Golf Tour. I'd never watched the LIV Golf before. I'm not a golf fan. I will say this. The LIV Golf Tour seemed more vibrant. It seemed more interesting. Will there be a better product if a deal is done?
The original statement that you read, paints it beautifully, that it's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. This capital investment is going to make everything better. At the end of the day, I think everybody's concerned that that comes with Saudi control of a major, culturally influential organization in the United States of America. I think for a lot of people, that is a problem. For a lot of people, they want the tour to have to own up and say, is this going to be a gateway for the Saudis to come in and control golf, which 3 of the top 4 highest earning athletes in the history of the world are golfers. It goes MJ, Tiger Woods, Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus. So they're incredibly influential in our society. So to let Saudi Arabia come in, dominate, Yasser's going to be one of the most controlling figures in the world of golf. I think people have a lot of questions about that.
Yeah, well, maybe get some answers tomorrow. Could be hot if poor old Ron Price there. I mean, I don't know how he's the only guy that ended up, but we'll find out what happens. Riggs, Peter Kaufman, thank you both very much. All right, still ahead. Ditching TikTok for AI. The tech CEO says it is the safer option for kids. That's next.